Well, I remember I was 10 years old. I was living in Toronto, Ontario, and following the Olympics. And when you're 10 years old, living in Canada, you don't, at the time, realize I guess, how big an impact that game really had. But as you got older, and you realize what kind of special event you ended up watching. You know, they're all college kids, and the Russians were all best of the best from Russia, pros over there, and then to actually see them beat them, and based on what happened a month or two earlier when they got trounced in New York, to see what was going on was just truly incredible. I mean, the other amazing thing is that they had to go and beat Finland the next day. Everybody thinks that this is the game and that was it, but to come off such an emotional high and beating the Russians easily could have been a letdown, and could have lost to the Finns. They put a punctuation on the story. My first 6-7 years, I played as a defenseman and a forward, and then that was probably right around the time where I just made the transition to goal. And then Tretiak was a shock when he got pulled in that game. I think the Russians had a lot of faith in Michigan. He was an accomplished goalie as well. But what I think it did was really, the U.S. looked at it like, hey, we just got the world's best goaltender pulled. We can do this. You don't have that mind game playing with you that the world's best goalie is playing against you. He's out of the net now. We can just play hockey. And then just the way Jim Craig played, he was in his zone, I think, the whole tournament, but it culminated that night against the Russians. You wish you could be like that your entire career. Unfortunately, it comes and goes, and you try to bring it back as best you can, but truly the game really slows down. You see the puck so clear, it looks so big, it looks like it's coming relatively slow at you. You feel like you have all the time in the world to react. You just don't have a lot of things going on in your head. You're just focusing on the puck, and it makes the game so easy. Sometimes as an opposition, when you run into a goalie like that, there's not much you can do. We were in the rink. My second training camp with Washington, we spent 2 weeks there. In my back of my mind, I could hear Al Michaels making the call, and it was pretty neat. It was a great experience to be able to bring a country together. Not so much just the sporting nation, but the entire country. It's just got to give you a feeling of such great pride. There's a reason you play the game. This proves that teams might be better on paper, and your opponent might be stronger, but there's a reason you play. And this game is proof of that.